Hi, I'm John, and here we are at Statesville Haunted Prison, and more specifically inside City of the Dead. What we're doing here today is we are replacing a giant-ass prop with an actor-driven space. As you know, people come into City of the Dead, and there's a lot of ooh and ah, and there's not a lot of I should be terrified right now until they get a little deeper into it. You want a real, in-your-face, actor-empowered scare to start City of the Dead. Is right here in this big hole in our cave. It used to be the Soul Taker, which is a very impressive prop from Scare Factory. Next to Soul Taker, we had put an actor on a safety harness and a pick line for them to walk on top of these beams. Now, what we found last year by watching the audience, we were bringing people into this cave where it's tight, it's claustrophobic, and then we were trying to get them to look up at all the really cool stuff. Because if you bring your eyes up, it's easier for me to sneak these actors out of their little cubby holes at your throat parts. The problem is, because they're in caves, they didn't want to look up. We had all these crawlers in here. That's actors in crawler masks. We had all the crawlers in here, and so everyone was so focused on the crawlers that nobody would dare look up. Some of the core principles, anytime Zombie Army is designing a room, is one, we try to first make sure the room itself must make you feel uneasy. We're going in, it's claustrophobic, it's Spanish moss, you can't see a lot, it's cave atmosphere, moving, twisting hallways, so yes, number one checked off. Step two, if we're using props, it has to have a function. We don't believe in just throwing props on the wall because they look cool. So here the prop is going to distract the audience from the actor.
Something that catches your attention, that glows.
A bright object.
Just put in a color hazer to bring their eyes here. Maybe a nice little skull collection. Step three, empower the actor.
Multiple locations and multiple pop-outs.
So I want to take that pick line that we already have and drop it somewhere here. We've got 3 different areas where the audience moves through that we can scare in 3 different spots. We got the actor coming into the space. Yeah, that's scary. We got a toe hold over here so she can come into this space. A couple little steps in this corner.
We're doing the start of our deck. This will be his platform, so he doesn't have to jump, but it'll look like he's suspended.
Tools to shape.
We have to create something to hide behind. We need to create sightline blockage.
Vines.
Vines? If we're using vines to create sightlines, it's like a vine in a corner that you're pulling yourself to. We got a hole in what was a perfectly good wall until like 30 seconds ago. Let's hold off on kicking through the wall.
What are you making right now?
A big ass hole. An actor needs to get through it safely without banging their head, hitting their arm, ripping the costume.
The tighter we make this hole, the less an actor's going to use it. The smoother this transition is, the more often that actor's going to use it. We're going big beam all the way across.
There you go.
I want the actor to come over the top of the hazer. If you put the knee wall too high, you know what most of our customers do, they're down here. You know, I want to get some sort of sight that there's something over here. They're gonna look, you know, they do it all the time. And then, of course, the most important thing, it's how you make money, is flow control. You have to be able to make sure your show is flowing.
Now hit your left hand on that wall. Imagine it's really loud.
Whoa, that's loud.
And it's right next to your right ear. Makes you want to go left.
We scare you forward and out of the room. We want them to see it straight on and be able to not have to look back to see it. As soon as they turn their head, they slow down. Making this archway here so that the crawler in the room now has the ability to work several parts of the room without getting trapped by the audience. So, if the room is scary, if the props are doing their job, if we have empowered the actor and we've protected the show to keep it flowing, then we will have built a successful space. Nailed it! Nailed it!